Texas Tech with the, if you look at Oklahoma and Texas moving into the SEC with the highest ranked class, Joey McGuire and company signing, it depends on where you look at, but that 21, 22, 23 number. And again, now everybody gets on campus and they do their thing. The coaches coach them up and they develop them. One young man that is going to hit the ground running in Lubbock is Micah Hudson from Lake Belton High School, who joins Craig and Paul. And I'm David Smoak. Micah, are you just glad it's over?
Yes, sir. I'm just blessed to even be in this position, really.
Micah, has Joey McGuire ever called you and been like, hey, how's it going? Just wanted to check in. Or is every conversation you have with him, like he said, 17 cups of coffee?
17 cups of coffee, I'd say, even for maybe like 32 cups of coffee.
Micah, you have been committed for quite some time. Everybody made a run at you because they should have.
Yes, sir.
What was it like to get that done and knowing people were still tugging on you? And was it difficult to remain completely committed, or were there some bumps in the road?
Yes, sir. I mean, I feel like it wasn't really, that difficult. Just being able to be a kid and get to see those other schools still and, enjoy the moments that, I'm probably not going to get back and things like that. So, but having the relationships with the coaches at Tech, it just changed a lot for me, because I'm just a big relationship guy. So I just got to know who I'm going to be around, be able to trust these people that I'm going to be with for the next 4 years and, to put me in the best situation possible.
Micah, a lot of people will focus in on Joey McGuire, and rightfully so, but I know there's some guys there behind the scenes. We know them from when they were here at Baylor. Brian Nance, James Blanchard, various others on there. Can you kind of shout out just who some of those relationships you developed were with and how important that was to you, those people being a part of the process?
I mean, my coach Bird been a pretty good, he just been in my life my whole way, you know what I mean? Really just picking me up from in the morning and things like that, always staying on top of me, making sure that I'm in the best situation possible as well. And he's my receiver coach too. So just having somebody like that that's played in college football before too and was a high caliber player in high school, really helped me a lot because, being able to listen to him and know what he's saying is, he knows what he's talking about, you know what I mean? So having somebody like him in my life has helped a lot.
Mike, I was watching a scrimmage. It was, I believe, 2 years ago. There was like a 3-team scrimmage, Midway, Lake Belton, and I think it might have been Midland Legacy that was also a part of it. And I watched you, and obviously you were ready even then to be the high-caliber player. When did you realize how good you might be, and knowing, though, you still had to do a lot to make sure you reached that potential?
I say I realized probably going into my 10th grade year, when I picked up my first few offers, I at first I was really just playing. I still play for fun, but, knowing that I can go into that next level and, possibly be able to go to college in 10th grade is really when I was like, okay, well, I'm going to lock in. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get me to the next level. So,
Micah,
10th grade pretty much.
Micah, you made a decision and stuck to it for a long time with a lot of things coming at you. Is that part of your personality where once you've decided something, you can stick with it and you kind of then can point towards that goal as opposed to listening to a lot of the noise from the outside?
Yes, sir. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my decision. So, once I'm really set on something, I'm not really going to side back from it, So, I mean, once I have my eyes set on it, I'm ready to go. I'm locked in. So, I say it's really just having discipline, really just being disciplined about a lot of different things has helped me a lot be disciplined in this recruitment and things like that.
Micah Hudson from Lake Belton High School signing today with Texas Tech.
Micah, you brought up Brandon Bird there and how much of an impact he's had on your life, but I know in that recruitment to Texas Tech, Brian Nance was a big part of that, and we know him very well when he was here at Baylor as a player. He was a 5-star guy back in the day, All-American, and obviously has done some good things there in Lubbock. Can you just describe the relationship you've been able to develop with him and how that played into just, you ultimately deciding to go play and become a Red Raider?
Yes, sir. We've had a relationship for the longest, like my whole high school career. Like he offered me first. Like before, UTSA had offered me first, but I was talking to him before I got like my first offer and stuff like that. So, and he also seen me when I was a Pee Wee, so he kind of seen the evolution of me, you know, getting to be the type of player I am now. So having that relationship with him this whole time is really solidified a lot, because I can trust him, and I know for a fact that like he's got me through anything, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But just being able to talk to him every day and being able to you know, talk to these other coaches, for him to even get me to be able to talk to, you know, Coach McGuire or Coach Juice, or, you know, just setting up little phone calls, or, you know, just a little effort, things like that, that, you know, some people really don't try to go as forward, you know, with things like that, and just trying to make sure I have a great time every game visit, you know, making sure my family's good every game visit. You know, it's never a problem. Like, my family even loves him. I love him. So I feel like once you get my family to like you, then you're definitely liked by me. So
that's great. A couple of questions from Texas Tech fans that watch our show. One was, when will you be in Lubbock? And another one is, how much do you continually stay in touch with Huddle quarterback and record-breaking quarterback and Will Hammond?
Me and Will, we talk about every week. He just called me last night and texted me this morning just telling me congratulations and things like that. Like, he's a really good guy. So I also like having, you know, somebody like him, and also my future teammates that have the same kind of mindset. And, you know, we all care about each other as people and not just as players. And I think I go down there in January.
January? Okay. Yeah, well, I guess when the semester starts. Is there a current pro player, or maybe a handful of the wide receivers right now in the NFL, or even right out of college, that not so much you emulate because you need to be yourself, but that you really enjoy watching and see how they play the game at that position?
No, sir. I really don't even watch the NFL, to be honest. I just watch college football.
All right, Micah, I'm gonna line up across you and man-to-man right up against the line. No, we're bumping and running right now. What's the first mistake I'm going to make in trying to cover Micah Hudson?
Well, you're bumping me, so you bumping me is already you know, it's just a miss. It's messed up already, because you're worried about bumping me and stuff, and I can already get to the ball and things like that. So I can either beat you over the top, or I throw that back shoulder, you keep bumping me, I jump right over you, catch it on top of your head. But I mean, it's just wherever the ball is going to be at, that's where I'm going to go get it. But I say bumping is really the hardest mistake you probably made.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a physical. Right. That's a
I'm going to drop back into quarters and just hope for the best.
Triple team.
That's fine. We'll take the hits to the house. It's okay.
The players who signed today with Tech, I mentioned Will Hammond, but is there anybody else as a part of the class where, like, you were a part of being the godfather of this class, Will Hammond? Were there maybe another name or two that you got along with the most during this process?
I have to say, Ellis Davis. Who else? Peyton Morgan for sure. Like, I text him every single day, like every day. And I'd also have to say Chandler. We talked a lot, so I feel like those three I've talked to a lot. But we have a group chat with all of us in it, so we all stay in touch. But I feel like those three I've been communicating with the most. Besides Will, like, I've been communicating with Will, but you already said him, so.
We know what you can do as wide receiver. Will you, or has Texas Tech discussed using your talent in the special teams in the return game yet, or is that even something that's been mentioned?
Yes, sir. I'm sure I'm going to have to start off at special teams first. So just embrace that and, you know, show what I'm made of in there, because at the end of the day, I don't care where I play. I'm just trying to play. So, yes, sir.
Micah, everybody here in the chat, even those who aren't Texas Tech fans, said, hey, they appreciate you making the decision, sticking with that decision, which one of the questions we asked you, remaining who you were committed with, and also signing and now headed to Lubbock next month. Thank you very much for your time. Tremendous talent. Loved how you handled the process, and good luck in the future.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Micah Hudson. I didn't get to all the questions.